going live right now?
I'm hoping so.
I don't know.
Oh, that's from 6 minutes ago.
Okay, let me go fix something.
Let me get that. Yeah, hurry up real quick. Them bugs don't come up in here. Welcome to Card Chat with Polo the King Media Channel. Today's topic is how to co-parent peacefully. We're going live on Polo the King Media Channel page and also live streaming simultaneously from the YouTube channel PD Management Entertainment. All right, and here we go. All right, how is everyone doing today? Today is a wonderful day in Polo's neighborhood, as I would call it. You know, it's always a wonderful day in Polo's neighborhood. Let me do some sharing and whatnot. Let me make sure I got everything taken care of. How are y'all doing though? How are y'all doing today? It's a question at hand. All right. Finish some more tagging up in here. All right. Now, today's topic is how to co-parent peacefully. That is always one of those things, you know, the co-parenting. If you've ever been in that situation where you had to co-parent, it's not one of those things that's just really easy. It really not. It's just not. Point blank. The reason why I feel personally that and please, everyone is welcome to join in this conversation. Everyone is welcome to join in this conversation. What up, Superlist? What it do, cuz? What it do, man? Today's topic is how to co-parent peacefully. Is anyone going through co-parenting right now? Just let's just start that off the top. You know, let's just ask that question. Is anyone as of right now co-parenting? That is the question at hand. Do you know of anyone that is co-parenting? And if so, what suggestions would you have when it comes to co-parenting? You know, what suggestions would you have? Okay, that is the question at hand. Let's see. That is the question at hand. And while I'm waiting to get some feedback on that, let me first of all apologize me coming in a little late. I know I said 4 o'clock. I apologize for that. I had some technical difficulties that I had to just figure out. But I said I'm going to have to make it. I'm going to have to fight through it because I said I was going to be here. I was going to do this. And I'm trying to be consistent the best way I possibly can. And so while I'm waiting on some feedback, let me take care of my sponsors, okay? My sponsor is Urban Garden, which y'all can find on Facebook at Urban Garden. Instagram, Urban Garden 04. Better yet, check their website out, www.urbangardenbathandbodyshop.com. What I use, y'all know. You know, the beard game is on point. Hang time is on point. Thanks to Urban Garden Super Oil, which I use on a daily basis. It helps with the growth. It helps make the hair thick. You know, even though y'all know Polo ain't got nothing up here. And this freshly shaven right here. This freshly shaven, y'all. So that's what I use on a daily basis. What I also use is the Urban Man Beard Conditioner. I use it, get in the shower, you know, go ahead, lather it up, finish showering up. After I do shower, I rinse it out, and immediately I go to the Urban Man Beard Oil, which I know I overuse. You know, I'm going to admit it, I do have a problem. Tylon, how are you doing? How you doing? Big shout out to GoPro Radio. Big shout out to them. Big humongous shout out to GoPro Radio. Big shout out to Asiatic Black OG in the building. And today's topic is how to co-parent peacefully. That is today's topic. That's the topic that we have today. And like I said, big shout out to GoPro Radio and Asiatic Black. What's the problem?
It's all these gnats.
It's that time of year. Maybe they're trying to get on the inside, because you know the mayor made a statement as of Friday, tomorrow morning, stay at home. They may try and get away from the coronavirus.
No, they need to get away from Tam Tam.
They need to get away from Tam Tam.
Yeah.
It looked like you were spraying something back there. Was that?
I had to get that off because I needed to get off me.
Off.
Now I got off in my nose.
Well, let me get my truth serum away from what you got going on around your nose.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna make it all better.
Welcome, Miss Patrice, to the conversation. Thank you so much. And today's topic is how to co-parent peacefully. Do y'all know of anyone that is co-parenting, or have you ever been in a situation where you had to co-parent? What about you, Miss Urban Garden? Have you ever been in that situation where you had to co-parent? Do you know anyone that's going through the co-parenting phase?
I mean, we had it for a short period.
Yep.
And it does get like, whenever a couple separates, I think there's always some type of competition, or I'm doing better as a parent, or whatever the case may be. Your pride is forcing you or making you a little bitter or something like that, to where you now don't trust the person that you had the child or the children by to do a good job as a parent. And a lot of times, sometimes that's one of the reasons that people split up, because they don't agree on the parenting decisions. And I think that's probably very, very hard when it comes to that point. But it all affects the child. And that is where your focus should be. Everybody that's involved should be focusing on how whatever decision you make will affect the child. So,
well, what if like, let's say for instance a couple been married, let's say they've been married 10, 12 years, and then for whatever reason it don't work out and they have to co-parent. Do you think it's harder for them to co-parent? Maybe somebody that just been married for 3-4 years and for whatever reason they decide to part ways. Do you think it's harder for them, for someone that's been together with the person longer?
I think it probably depends on how they got along, or the amount of trust that they had in their parenting skills. Like, if you know that he's a good father, she's a good mother.
How you doing, Barbara?
Then you will be able to separate whatever romantic relationship y'all had and just focus on what's good for the child, because this person has the child's
best
interest at heart, well-being at heart. So I'm sure it's a lot of different factors that go into what how people co-parent. But
who you think is harder for when it comes to the co-parent? Is it the male or the female?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because 9 times out of 10, the woman is the one who's keeping the child full time, and then the man he's, just for lack of a better word, a part-time parent, because he's not in the household with the child every day. So I can't say that that's harder. I can't say that that's easier. I don't know really how that would affect the person.
You know what? I think it also has something to do with who. If the female had love for the father was stronger than the love that the father had for the mother, or vice versa, that may also have something to do with it.
The what?
Let's say, for instance, if my love for you was stronger than your love was for me, when we separate, I think it'll be harder for the male to deal with just the co-parenting part, because every time he sees the child, like they're always good and bad memories, but every time he sees the child, he may feel like he may just go back into all the good times that they had together.
Oh,
and
so
that may be like an issue every day. Just for instance, like you said,
it make him emotional whenever he sees a child.
Yeah, or whenever he picks the child up, or when they meet up,
that person or something like that.
So I think sometimes that has something to do with it.
I mean, that's probably why a lot of women are resentful, and probably don't let.
How you doing, Miss Green?
Probably don't let the father see their children because of that. They're bitter because of the breakup and all this stuff, and 9 times out of 10 they probably still love them, and they just hate the way the situation happened, and they blame the other person for it. And I think that is toxic to the children, because you then start bashing the other parent in front of the child, and try to make it seem like you shouldn't love your other parent because this, that, and the other thing. But I think that's absolutely wrong, because you are taking the other side of the child away, and I think that's messed up. when women or men do that.
Okay. What about when it comes to as far? I'm speaking from a male perspective.
Right.
What if? Okay, they separated. They co-parenting, and the how would I say? Let's say the mother is starting to get out into the dating field.
Oh, it's gonna be some hateration all day long when
You
that
know,
happens. Either way, if the father is dating somebody else and he done moved on and got his credit good and left you with the children, like you gonna feel some type of way about that, I'm sure. But that's the whole issue. Like the whole reason you separated was because you weren't good for that person or they weren't good for you. And if you are allowing that to continue into your supposed to be new chapter, then there's no healing, there's no rebuilding for yourself. And again, that is affecting the child, because the whole reason you were supposed to separate from this person was because they were toxic for you. And to allow whatever feelings or resentment that you had while you guys were together to travel into your new situation, your new chapter, is affecting growth, period. That's always going to affect growth. When you still resent, when you hold grudges, there's no way you could grow or be happy if you still have this hate or negativity in the back of your head or back of your heart.
Okay. What about if the male is feeling that when she's starting dating that she may bring the new man into the child's life?
Huh?
What do you think sometimes men
What do
feel
you
kinda,
think? You asking me questions like you interviewing
I think
me.
that's a main issue. Especially, well, it don't even make a difference if the child is a boy or girl. I think that's one of the main issues that guys have, especially if they were involved with the child, and then all of a sudden he may sit back and he be like, well, now he trying to take my spot.
That's impossible.
Well, it's impossible, but when you in your feelings, you're not looking at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what you saying.
How you start a watch party?
How you start a watch party?
Mm-hmm.
You got to hit the share button. Then you hit watch party.
Oh.
Then you hit start watch party. And then you'll be notified. You'll be notified. So you probably have to back out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then where it's saying right here. Let me ask y'all something. Are y'all having some difficulty seeing the video, because I'm following along on my laptop
and it's frozen.
And it looked like it's frozen. So if y'all could, as a matter of fact, is you still seeing just me?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't at first, I think.
Well, y'all let me know, Miss Green, what y'all think about the co-parenting situation. How does it affect the children? Do you think the children can tell that there's some type of hostility going on?
Oh yeah.
Who do you think it affects more, if it's a girl or a boy? Who you think it affects more?
I mean, I think, like I said, it's more common for the mother to be the full-time parent, or the children to be living with the mother. So I think it might affect. I mean, it affects both children, because that's equally, if it's a boy or a girl, I think it affects both children just differently. Because both children are missing half of their parents. So I don't think that it would affect one child more
than the other one.
Yeah.
You just know that it's going to affect them both.
Yeah, I feel like it might affect both of them in different ways. Obviously, the boy doesn't have a model to follow. Just depending on how active the father is in his life. But, and the girl doesn't have a male figure to show her what a male should be to her when she is older.
Do you think that sometimes the fathers, after they're in the co-parenting situation where they have to co-parent, do you think they try to